Hi, I'm George Rockett, CEO of DatacenterDynamics. I am here with my venerable colleague, Bruce Taylor. We're at the teardown of DCD Enterprise 2016. We've had 2 days of amazing content curated by Bruce and Gio. We've seen Microsoft, we've had IBM Watson, we've had Robert Scoble, all sorts of people. Joe Wyman, all sorts of people speaking. And the feedback has been absolutely wonderful. But it's DCD, and we're now thinking about our next event, right, Bruce?
Absolutely, and what's interesting is that we're on a journey. At each event, we try to pick a theme that we think typifies that class of data center and the user. So this was the enterprise event. We move on to the Webscale, which is really about the internet-facing hyperscaler data centers. And the fact of the matter is that these worlds are blurring so fast that it's blinding everybody.
It's blurry, right?
Yeah, it's very blurry.
DCD Webscale, just so you know, that will be in San Jose this year. So we've moved from our traditional base of San Francisco. It was difficult for people to get to the city, and San Jose is right in the heartland of it.
Right into the belly of the beast. Okay. And it will be, our focus is going to be on the unicorn companies, those very, very fast growth, billion-plus valuation companies that are really leading what everything is in the digital world, is in this era that we're in. So we're going to see everything that we talked about here is just going to get amplified in San Jose. So we had, as an example, we started to have a conversation at the end of the day today, the second day, last day, small room, very, very interested people in talking about blockchain technology as a way of managing energy.
I missed that.
Right? And that's just the tip of the iceberg. So, yes, Webscale is going to be great.
But we saw already here, we saw some ideas cropping out. We had Harmil Charter from Groupon, who's moving out of the public cloud into on-premise, and he was tracking that journey, which was quite tough. We're going to have quite a few of those stories coming up. LinkedIn. Already we've got LinkedIn keynoting, and LinkedIn, what's the name of the gentleman?
The gentleman's name is Yuval Bacher, and Yuval Bacher is the CTO for LinkedIn and led the hyperscale development in their data center in Portland, Oregon, which is actually housed inside an Infomart data center. But they went all open source, not associated with OpenStack or Open Compute, but their own version of being open.
Open 19 is what they call it.
Open 19, that's exactly right.
But it's part of the same evolution, right? And I believe it's using parts of Open Compute.
Oh, absolutely.
It's all common ground and open.
Right.
So that's going to be quite a cool discussion, because this is very, very new, isn't it?
Yeah, and we keep talking about this, and this is a big conversation here. We keep talking about this balance between, what's colo, what's cloud, what's on-prem, And the fact of the matter is, it's all over the place. It all depends on your business case and how good you are at evaluating and assessing and forecasting what your compute needs are going to be. And we heard that here today. We're going to hear a lot more about that.
Well, that came out. Do you remember the DCD boardroom discussion earlier? Is AWS sucking the oxygen out of the cloud?
Absolutely.
And there were no answers to that.
It was all over the barnyard.
Yeah,
yes, they are. No, they aren't. and everything, every gradient in between. So
what else we got? We got Scott Noteboom of Apple fame, one of the guys that originally did the Apple build-outs. He's going to be talking about Rhythm OS and operating systems, data center operating systems. There's lots going on there with Mesosphere and all sorts of other companies. Yeah. Really interesting space at the top of the borderland.
We're in this cycle where we're doing a new release of Data Center Dynamics every single 90 days. Every single release looks a little bit different, has added features and benefits. It's the AWS model carried into our own Ether ecosystem. But the fact of it is that Webscale will look quite different from Enterprise here in New York, but it will look different in ways that are evolutionary. So by the time we get back to New York next year, or by the time we get to Zetastructure in London in the fall, things that we talk about in San Jose will already be in place.
I think the feedback is that we nailed it as a team today, so our work's cut out. We've got how long? 15 weeks?
15
That's
weeks
not a
from
long
now.
time to turn off, to turn it on. But we've already got, speakers committed, a lot of sponsors following us now. So it's going to be very exciting.
The whole industry is about velocity and agility, and we reflect the industry. So to plan something a year in advance, you cannot do it. You do it on a 90-day cycle, or just like a release date on a new conference, right? So version 1.2 in North America, at least, will be San Jose
so 19th, 20th of July, San Jose Convention Center.
With an 18th day for pre-conference tutorials.
Okay, perfect. Okay, well, I think I'll be seeing you there. Thanks a lot for listening over the last couple of days, and we look forward to seeing you at DCD near you soon.